All right. Here's our number 5. Okay, so this is a longer equation, right? But it seems like it's really, really long, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's impossible. It's actually a pretty easy one as long as you try to show the work, right? This is where like trying to do things in your head makes everything really, really difficult because now we have more than just the two molecule or atoms that we've been doing, right? So what I'm going to list is my reactants and my products like we always do. This is an essential part because now I need to know, okay, I got hydrogens, I got chlorines, I got sodiums, and I got sulfurs, right? Those are on both sides. You're always going to have the exact same on both sides. Okay, and in any equation, you're never going to have something that's on one side that you don't have on the other side. It just never would work. Okay, so from here, we need to figure out how many of each do we have. So hydrogen, on the reactant side, I got 1. Chlorine, I have 1. Sodium, I have 2. And sulfur, I have 1. Hydrogen on this side, I have 2. Chlorine, I have 1. Right? Sulfur, or sodium, I have 1. And sulfur, I have 1. Now, one thing I will do is that instead of trying to put them into the order that I like you see it, I try to put it across. So like I use the reactant side as my order, and I use the exact same order on this side, so that way I can look across really, really simple. If I were to put H and then S and then Na and then Cl, then I'm like kind of looking crosswords and stuff, or diagonal, and I don't want to do that. So just kind of match them up across. All right. So now we have to figure out, right, how do we balance these equations out so that the number of atoms are equal on both sides. So when I look at this, I can clearly see that my hydrogens and my sodiums are messed up. So which one do we want to fix first? It doesn't really matter in this case. Both are going to be pretty simple fixes. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit there and go, okay, what do I want to fix first? So I'm going to fix the hydrogens. So in this case, I have 2 on this side and only on 1. So an easy fix for me is just to put a 2 right here, right? So now I'm going to put a 2 here. Now the problem is when I put a 2 here for this, I'm saying multiply this entire molecule by 2. So I also have to multiply the chlorine by 2. Now that messes me up here, but it's okay. I'm going to show you what's going to happen, and it's going to be a simple fix, right? I'm going to also go back to my sodiums, Na, because those were the ones that were messed up first, right? My sodium is 2 on this side, 1 on the product. So in order for me to get to a 2, I just need to multiply this side by 2. Okay. Now if I do that, my sodium now becomes a 2. Right? Now here's the best part. I messed up my chlorines, right? But since chlorine is attached to the sodium, I also have to multiply this thing by 2. So now my 2 multiplies into chlorine, get a 2 right here. And there you go. So now if I look at it, my hydrogens are equal to each other, my chlorines are equal to each other, my sodiums are equal, my sulfurs are equal, right? And that's my answer, 2, 1, 1, 2. So when I put it in here, I got 2 HCl molecules, I got 1 Na2S, 1 H2S, and a 2 NaCl. And that's my answer, right? So even though this is longer, right, it's actually not that much harder as long as you go through the T-chart, okay? All right, let's move on to the last one.